Hey everybody, welcome back to Stone Face Reactions. I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and we're here to watch some Gundam 00. And today we got some comments, so let's go ahead and see what people got to say. Up at the top, we have High Priest, who says, the Ptolemy has always run on the Gundam's
Almost.
GN drives. This says Ptolemy. There's no os at the end of it.
Well, it's the name of their ship. I don't know what
Oh,
else it can mean.
that's what I'm reading. When the Gundams dock in the Ptolemy, the GN drives are recharging the Ptolemy, and thus the Ptolemy 2
I think
can
you're going out
use
of your way to say
Trans-Cam
it more
when
now.
one of the 5 GN drives is docked within.
He's going out of your way to say the name more now, I feel like.
Uh, but yeah, their generators are weird, right? Where they can just like hook them up automatically to other things. I don't think I've seen like other Gundam shows that like just hook up their Gundams as power sources.
I
But it
will
also like they
say,
can just strap them on and off too, so
I will
it seems like what it's
say
made
in
for.
00F,
Hmm.
after the big old space fight at the end of season 1,
Yeah.
the Ferrichet does like send out Fawn to like, hey, go find some GN drives. So like he finds one like floating in space, just grabs it, and then they bring it back to their base and just put it into one of their Gundams. So
Yeah, so I guess they got some real plug and play technology planned out. You know what? For as much as we dig on Scheinberg and his like 200-year plan or whatever, man knew how to make things plug and play.
well, he again, this is gonna be one of those situations. You're ascribing shit to Scheinberg that he only set the ball rolling. Shaw Acoustica built the second generation Gundams, right?
Mhm.
So Shaw, well, I guess technically Ian as well. For all the shit that I gave Ian during season 1 about not knowing about this shit, it's even weirder when you figure out that he fucking built them. So it's like, how did he not know about Trans Am when he fucking designed the mobile suit? But
So it's
so,
all part of the plan, you see.
well, just like I said, it's very confusing. So no, Scheinberg didn't make them plug and play. The design crew that made and built the Gundams made them plug and play. There's people
Uh,
behind this. It's not mysterious.
right. But we did see this specifically when they were going up against the first Memento Mori a few episodes ago, too. So at least the show has fully demonstrated this at some
I'm just
point.
bringing it up because it's not like Iron Blooded Orphans where the people that made these were like from thousands of years ago. And we don't know fuck all about them. The
Yeah.
Gundams in this show were made by people that are literally still alive right now.
Yep. Up next, we got Veda from our Patreon. Thanks for supporting us, Veda. That's right, we have the computer behind us now. Quantum teleportation is one of the most broken powers Double O Razor displayed thus far because it's not only teleportation, but also temporary denial of any physical damage. Still, this much is just the beginning. There's a lot more reasons to label Double O Razor as a bona fide super robot. Hold up, you can teleport?
We saw it.
Did we? Wait. Oh my gosh, I must have blanked that from my brain. And it's
Remember the
only
episodes
4
where like
fingers.
Saji's riding him backpack?
I thought that was just like when he was like in the quantum brainwave zone with people.
No, the mobile suit's also just bouncing around in space too, avoiding getting hit by shit.
Oh, I guess I must have missed that context. All right, he has invulnerable quantum brainwave mode. I'm gonna have to
I mean,
update
I
my.
even talked about it last time when I said that they already had an upgrade from Trans Am.
Mhm. And of course, it's as they say, this is only beginning, and we have 9 more episodes to go, huh?
8.
How much more could they pack in? Are they gonna get a new power every episode now?
I'm gonna go out on a limb here, Griffin. I'm gonna say at least 8 more episodes worth. That's probably the maximum they could pack in at the moment. Moms
All
might
right,
say that they're probably making a movie at this point, but also at least 3 revealed series of OVA. I guess they're OVAs technically, CGI OVAs.
okay. Our next comment here is from Phil Fisher, who says, Line barrels of iron. I haven't heard a lot of YouTubers talk about or mention it. I think the appearance of the mechs are interesting, but I also think the origins of their technology and how they work are unique. The manga version of Line Barrels, unfinished back then, is together with the Gundam 00 movie and the Super Robot Wars UX. So this is a U comment. What do you think?
Well, yeah, I mentioned Line Barrels of Iron before. I guess the problem here is that they seem to be so into it, and I typically make fun of it. I can't even remember why anymore. It's been so long since I watched it. Well, I mean, I watched it back in the day because I watched a lot of mecha anime in the
Yeah.
the blank spot where apparently Gundam was coming out, and I just didn't watch Gundam for some reason. I watched Raw Zaphon, I watched Line Barrels of Iron, I watched
You watch everything
Evangelion.
adjacent in the Super Mecha region, but yeah, everything but Gundam.
Well, I mean, like, how does Line Barrels of Iron start? The mecha shows up, right? And then this naked girl, falls out of it and just bumps her head into the head of the protagonist. And
Of
then
course.
he climbs into the Gundam with the naked girl, not the Gundam, the mecha with the naked girl. And it's like wins the day, and the harem slowly builds from there.
But I think this does make me think. I should just play the Super Robot War games at some point. That'll probably kill like another 120 hours, right?
I don't know. I don't got time to spare now that I'm starting to play Polya. Now that that's come out into open beta.
There you go. MMO addictions, everybody. Our next comment is JT, who says Tiara sees everyone as just co-worker in season 1 until Lock-on sacrifice to save him and lose an eye, which later becomes the reason he die in battle. From the very beginning in season 2, Tiara sees everybody as his comrade, which is why Ribbons Allmarks said he becoming more human rather than an innovator. Majority of the Gundam franchise have satellite laser weapons. The one in Witch of Mercury not very impressive to me. I won't say the one in Unicorn is much deadly. Thinking emoji. There are 3 types in Seed and Seed Destiny. Wait, there are? Am I swear I don't remember.
So you watched Seed, is what you're saying?
I swear I did. I don't remember space lasers. I remember whales.
So one
I
wonders why
remember the
it's on
whales.
our poll. You certainly shouldn't be voting to watch a show that you've clearly gotten in your memory so well.
I clearly don't if I don't remember the space lasers. All I
Either
wanted was
way,
the
I've
whales.
rebutted this comment a number of times. I think the only benefit the Memento Mori has over the Witch from Mercury one is that it refreshes faster, maybe?
Hmm.
I don't know. We kind of saw the Sal laser kind of refresh pretty quickly, too. But I think the point that I've made is that the Sal laser was capable, as described in the show, of destroying an entire Lagrange point. And now, granted, a Lagrange point doesn't have a specific size. In fact, if you look it up, Lagrange points have no size at all. But the in fact point was that it was stated it'll destroy the Quiet Zero, which is slightly smaller than Mount Everest, and then also the Benneret front behind it, which, as we know, is already larger than small countries. The Memento Mori can destroy a capital city. It wasn't described as destroying the entire country, though.
Hmm.
So the Salator has a higher destructive value than the Memento
I
Mori.
I do feel though we could probably get to the point of splitting hairs of like, well, did you destroy the Earth or did you just make it uninhabitable to people? Is there still an Earth-like object in orbit? Is it still a singular thing brought together by gravity? You know, at some point you gotta ask the questions. Is Alderaan still there?
It's an asteroid field, remember? They literally destroyed it.
Yeah, so there's still a bunch of mass there in that orbital pathway that'll eventually reform under gravity. You didn't destroy Alderaan, right?
It, I mean, you don't know it'll reforge under gravity. The asteroid belt in real life exists, and it's not
Mhm.
forming into a planet. It's,
At some point, a lot of them did.
yeah, well, the asteroid belt didn't. They turned
Uh,
Alderaan into an artificial asteroid belt, is what I'm saying. And I'm
uh
saying here, given the context, without technical manuals, just what
mhm.
has been shown or said, I think people are discounting the quiet, not quite, the Sal laser because the Quiet Zero literally had a scientific countermeasure for it, whereas
Mhm,
nothing's been shown like that in Double O for the Memento Mori. So if you take
uh,
them based on having no shields in
mhm,
existence, then the Sow laser is far more powerful.
yeah. I do like Tiara's change between seasons, though. He seems like a lot more relaxed now around everyone, which is good. He's had character development. I like where he's gone.
I mean, the whole statement of they've changed from coworkers to comrades is such a negligible move. It's like you went from pal to buddy. It's like,
I
okay,
don't think I'd call any coworker I've ever had pal. I'm just saying.
well, I'm just saying the difference between a pal and a buddy is fine as the difference between a coworker and a comrade,
Mhm.
especially if you're in Russia. Take any
Uh,
Russian movie you've ever seen where, hey, comrade, what are you doing? You know, that sort of thing. Could as well just replace the word with coworker.
our next comment is again from High Priest, who says Nina isn't an innovator, but she can use quantum brainwaves like Alleluia and Some Mari. She is a genetically enhanced human like them. The glowy eyes thing is a visual indicator of quantum brainwave usage. Uh, well, at least we sussed out that much, but no, I could swear it must have been an innovator. It seemed like it was lining up because we were getting introduced to a whole bunch of new characters who were innovators, and they all had brand new names, right? All in the same pattern,
Not
right?
where I expected the question to go. I think you say, and they all did the eye thing, and then you said they all had different names. Yes, as people tend to do.
No, no, they
They
you
weren't
know what
all
I'm
called
talking
from.
about. We were literally making fun that we could make sentences out of their names according to who died.
Right, it's just a weird point to make. They all had different names. They were all called Michael.
And they
Like,
were all breathing oxygen.
that's,
That
that's,
that
that's
accounts for something.
I mean, that's how I win the game of all six characters here have something in common. What is it? They're all alive. They're
And and,
all, they all have hair. They
and
all,
I'll I was gonna say, I think like the thing I was expecting was like Nina, as the innovator, was going to realize that Ribbons was about to squish her underneath like a giant underneath the space elevator when it crashes because she's on the ship, right? And that would like cause some sort of like change in loyalty there.
I don't think
That
she
that was like
is.
the plot I was expecting here.
I don't think she is.
But she's not an innovator, so that's not happening. Instead, she's just more quantum brainwave
No, I mean,
people.
she's not there. She's not gonna get crushed under anything.
She's on the ship, I
No,
thought.
she's with, what do you call them? Ninjas? She's with the ninjas right now.
The ninjas.
You remember the brother and sister duo that are everywhere?
I think maybe you're thinking of the wrong person.
No, you're thinking, you must be thinking of the wrong person. Who are you thinking of?
Where are we? What's going on? Next
We're
question.
talking about the Trinity member that survived. Who are
I
you
didn't
thinking
think we were
about?
talking. I was thinking about the person we got introduced to when they went to the asteroid base to reconvene with Ian and got added to the ship.
Okay, who's your favorite character?
I didn't think she was an innovator or
What's
quantum
what is
brainwaves.
her name, Griffin? Are we talking about the
Uh,
same person? Her name is
next
Nina, isn't it?
comment.
Her name is Nina Trinity, isn't it?
I am uncertain now. I have now been gaslit. I'm going to
Yeah, I'm not
proceed.
even. Nobody's been gaslighting you, Griffin. We're literally just talking here. I'm pretty sure her name is Nina Trinity, the red-haired girl with freckles. Who are you now? Who are you talking about, though?
Gundam 00 Nina.
No, who are you talking about though? That's underneath the elevator that you think is gonna get crushed.
Uh, the the brand new person who got introduced to the Batalmos bridge crew when they went to the asteroid and they talked with Ian and she said, "Hi, my name is X."
So you're saying that the Batalmos is there already? Okay.
Uh, gosh, I don't remember Nina using anything though. Now I'm just confused.
No,
Oh,
she did. We made a comment about it that her eyes were all weird and
hmm.
thought that she was an innovator. That's where this
All
comment
right.
comes from.
Curse my poor memory.
I don't know what Ian's daughter's name is.
Up next, though, we have Fail Fisher, who is says at 2559. I'll just point this one out if you haven't noticed. Akeda was one of Kinu's, Saji's sisters, co-workers in Season 1.
Did not notice.
At 3959, yes, the show is finally following the thread. Remember in Season 1, when the Trinity siblings docked with the Potambos, Nina trespassed on the room where Tiara's interfaced with Veda. Her eyes were also glowing back then.
So
Oh, so same thing we were literally just talking about.
So you're still confused about who Nina is?
Less so, but now more about the other person I was thinking of.
Whose name I don't even know, so...
But, yeah, no, I guess that is like a long-running plot thread, huh? That we're just now getting back to it. And then she won't appear for the rest of the show, probably. She's just in the background. When are we gonna get more of her?
Wait, which one are you talking about now?
Nina.
She hasn't really been in the background. I mean, she was in the foreground when she was introduced, and then she came back and saved Setsuna, which doesn't make her background. And then she's been interacting with, just about everybody now. So, she's not background because she's foreground whenever she shows up.
Right.
She's either here or not here. She's Schrodinger's character.
It's the quantum brainwaves, you see. And our last comment for today is from Daniel McDonald, who says, "Sheesh, guy on the right makes this reaction so tough to listen to." On the right, though, but I'm pointing to my left, so that means I am on the right. No, I'm making it terrible. Oh gosh, why? Why, God, why?
I'm the guy on the right.
How dare
I just want to address this real quick. That's a bad comment. And not for the reason you might think. It's not a bad comment because it's a negative comment. Negative comments are good when they are... Oh shit, my brain stopped working. Negative comments are good when they're helpful, right? This comment, by the way, got edited, and I think I'm using the edited version.
Yeah.
But even the unedited version was unhelpful because I think you said, my takes are bad. Something along the line of my takes are bad. Again, that's not helpful. Helpful would be to state the change that you would like to see. Just saying that I disagree with you is just an unhelpful statement. Especially, you didn't even say what you disagreed with. My takes are bad. You know, this is like a 45 minute, an hour long recording. I say a lot of shit. You're not even telling me which parts are bad. And even if the whole thing is bad, look, we don't make everything for everybody, right? We make things for people who want to see it. So, if you think everything I say is bad, then it's a real high kick there to bring it up 40 episodes in. 40 episodes that you've only liked 50% of the conversation for. So, one wonders why you've watched for this long. Appreciate that you were on the journey with us, but I think if you cared enough to be on the 40 episode journey with us this whole time, make your comments more actionable. Be the good negative commenter that tells us, hey, when you're doing this, it would be better for at least me or the people that I watch this with to do this thing instead. And then at least we can take it in and see if it fits in with how we already do stuff and is a change that we could possibly make.
The funniest thing is, I know for sure I've seen, like, reviews for games out there and such that are to the tune of, game is terrible, thumbs down, 0 out of 10, I've played 400 hours.
Did you ever watch Internet Historians, The Ingoodening of No Man's Sky?
No, I don't think so, though I understand the basic story of it here.
Yeah, about the halfway point is where they go into the perspective of... oh god, was it Happy something? What's the name of the crew?
I don't remember.
I remember the logo was a smiling face. Anyway, they go in from their perspective, where they just shut off all of their communications outward, which is when everybody thinks that they've just taken the money and run. Where they take all the comments and the reviews and everything, and they break them down into subsets of people that played the game, people that didn't play the game, and then actionable information from the comments and everything like that. So, these data sets, some are valuable and some are literally garbage. The garbage ones are like what people that didn't play the game or people that don't watch the show and are just commenting. People that
Right.
did play the game but didn't say anything of value, non-actionable content. So it's perfectly fine to make negative statements in the comment section, so long as you then fill that with at least some information. Bad take is a bad comment, is all I'm saying.
There you go. So I think with that, that's all of our comments for today, and we're going to go ahead and check out what happened last time, which is the prelude to
No,
tragedy.
Witches was the other series.
Indeed. Secretly sent by the government to deliver the demand, Sergei learns of Hercule's goal to open the people's eyes to the eight laws of moral actions when they attempt to retake the orbital elevator using the automatons to kill both rogue groups and the civilian hostages being evacuated down the elevator. However, the government manipulates the broadcast of the automaton assaults to make it the rebels appear as if they're the ones killing the civilians. Meanwhile, Setsuna is locked in a battle with Mr. Bushido and his Transam Masuro into the Batamos 2 when the Gundam Meisters arrive on the scene. Bushido falls back as Setsuna vows to change for Neil's sake. After analyzing the unusual deployment of the Federation troops around the elevator, Sumeragi and Kati are horrified to realize that the troops are anticipating the elevator's collapse, and the A-Laws plan on completely destroying it. In space, a second Memento Mori prepares to fire at the orbital elevator.
You think somebody would be creative enough just to name the second one something else? Or
Well,
unless that's how they've been hiding it in the bureaucracy the whole time. We just named it the same thing. We needed twice
weird.
the budget than you thought we would need to make it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, I'm looking at the Space Laser budget. I can't help but notice that it's doubled suddenly for some reason.
It's like
And he
that,
just cited construction costs.
yeah, it's that dad's comment from Independence Day. What, it was $30,000 for a toilet seat? $15,000 for a hammer?
Welcome to How You Get Money to Your Black Projects as a Senator Guide. We're going to go over 10 easy steps today on how to do that. Number one, figure out how to become a senator.
Also, pointedly, his name is Hercules. They're
Oh,
just,
yeah.
I mean, even though I'm hearing them say Hercule when they say it in Japanese, the text says Hercules.
hmm
The intention is clearly to be Hercules.
So, I'm anticipating action, but you're anticipating a lot of recovery.
Well, I'm anticipating development, which is not
Fair
action.
enough.
Action
Uh,
is dependent on development. That's the way we ranked the Witch from Mercury episodes, right? That this is going to be one of the valleys before a peak.
yeah. You know what? I want to make a prediction. So the Gundam Meisters have to get involved, and I'm thinking here, how are they going to stop the space laser? They can't pull an aerial with air in it, right? They can't just block the laser with their body, right?
Well, they could.
But but we have Quantum Transam, so if Setsuna hugs the space elevator and Quantum transams it into being completely undamageable, then suddenly everyone's saved, right?
I mean,
For 20 minutes.
I did just bring up Independence Day. They literally could just fly in front of the laser.
I'm not sure we're gonna get an Independence Day, though. I'm not sure it's gonna. I would be surprised if they actually make a reference.
I'm not saying they make a reference. I'm just saying
Oh yeah, yeah.
that's a possibility. If you just fly in front of the beam where it comes out,
hmm
who knows? I mean, it doesn't act like the Independence Day thing. I think that one was like a pulse. So the
Yeah.
thing pulsing right in front of itself just blows it backwards. I think this is just like a beam of some sort, so
hmm
probably wouldn't act the same. But I mean, if you're right there, just grab that three-tiered crystal thing we see the beam come out of.
Yep.
But again, I don't
So
see that's going to happen this episode.
right, but the beam is going to be the critical thing here. Is there anything you're anticipating, Theta?
Recovery of Setsuna. More talking about what's going on in the control room. I guess charging the Memento Mori. Because I think typically when you have a secondary laser system, it tends to be weaker or somehow more deficient than the first one. It's either they had the second one built and it's like worse than the first one, that's why they didn't use it, or it was built because they needed like a secondary firing angle on places that the first one couldn't fire on.
Well, I guess we just gotta see how armed and operational this battle station is. So, I think with that, let's just go ahead and watch. But before we get started, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and comment down below to feed that algorithm. On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this, unfiltered, uncensored, and uncut, as well as some early access stuff, you can check us out over on the Patreon. It's just $5 a month, but no pressure. It's all to support the channel, just a little bit extra.
Drop down that Discord link below. Use your favorite high wave emoji at us. Just tag us with an at everyone and do that.
Take the Mr. Ping challenge at everyone 20 times. Oh, we're going to Vietnam.
It was more like 8th MS team mixed with a little bit of Iron Blood Orphans.
That's kind of intense, I like it.
No, Griff, it's in the jungle. Not intense.
In the mighty jungle.
I was saying, is this where he gets a scar, but no, he's already got it.
He gets a second, deeper scar.
彼らを守るのが軍人である我々の務めだ。だが、第4小隊にはホリーが。
Oh, how's wife dies.
覚悟はできている。
And just straight to the funeral.
それ以降、父とまともに話したことはない。父は軍旗を守り、母を殺したんだ。
It seems to me that the people on the front line killed your mother.
Setsuna's in the med bay. Oh, they got to space real fast.
こんなことが許されるのか。衛星兵器で低軌道ステーションを攻撃しようなどと。
それでもやるでしょうね。
何？
指令は高級和平実現のため、すべての
Still think it's weird they're calling it a satellite.
It's in orbit.
Yeah, but it's connected to the elevator. Or the whole satellite ring thing.
I must remind them of peace by force.
地上部隊の報告を忘れるな。はっ。全員脱出準備にかかれ。考えが甘かった。私が市民を人質にした時から連邦は事実を知った彼らすら反連邦勢力とみなしたのだ。そう、連邦はこの場所を破壊し6万もの人命を奪うことでその支配体制を確立させようとしている。
Yep, straight up villainy.
産業革命以来、機械文明を手に入れた人類。
You know you're the bad guy when you start talking about the Industrial Revolution in the middle of a situation like
指導
this.
者たちも数十年で寿命を迎え、世の中は再び混沌の時代に戻る。
We in Antarctica? This is
I-
just a picture.
人類は過去から何も学ばない。
Maybe.
だから
They did have like all the generators hanging out in Antarctica.
So you caught that right, Scheinberg made the innovators.
来るべき対話にそれができるのは僕たちだけさ。
君は僕に作り出されたことを忘れているようだね。いわば君にとって僕は創造主。
Oh, Dad, you always bring it up.
導くのはイノベーターではなく、この僕、リボンズアルマークだよ。
But aren't you an innovator?
電力供給 38%。
He's a super innovator.
正常に稼働中。チャージ完了と同時に操作を開始する。はっ。
Should be about 20 minutes from now, sir.
以上かけて作り上げた人類の英知が滅びる様をな。
He's enjoying this a little too much. I can't believe someone with so much curly hair would be an asshole.
これもイノベーターが裏で操っているというのか。カタロン部隊が脱出していく。
Oh, never mind.
Turns out they are not escaping.
I said it's more forces than they brought to fight the Gundams themselves.
Yeah, they are looking for a slaughter they can't lose.
That was Tira, as I could tell, because it had guns in the knees.
Oh, there you go. That's more like what you wanted.
Yeah, like I said, it's a very short elevator, apparently.
That's still gotta be at least a couple thousand miles.
衛星兵器を止められるのはダブルオーライザーだけだ。あんたも分かってるはずだ。
トランザムライザー。
ミッションプランを頼む。
オーライザーにパイロットが必要だ。ラッセに頼みたいところだ。
オーライザーに乗れ。え、僕が
Why him?
6万もの人命がかかっている。これは守るための戦い。
The responsibility of being the closest person around.
It's always... Yeah, he's always just standing close enough.
成功の確率は低いだろう。
I guess we do gotta involve him somehow, right?
始める前から諦めたくない。
Do we?
こいつを着ていけ。頼むぞ。命を守れ。はい。
カタパルトで二次加速をかけるわ。いいわね。
了解です。
相手は機械だ。人じゃないんだ。
トレミー、第一、第三ハッチオープン。
There's so many humans on that.
刹那 F 星へ出る。
Well, I mean, once you become his backpack, it didn't really matter. You're not in control of anything.
ドッキングする。
オーライザー、ドッキングモード。オーライザー、ドッキングモード。
God, I miss Haru's that only say things once.
市民と兵士は全員地上へと向かった。お前も脱出しろ。
お前は。
私は本作戦の指揮官だ。最後まで見届けさせてもらう。
I might be getting my euphemisms wrong here, but I'm supposed to go down with the ship, right?
伝えてくれ。
そんなことで罪を償うことはできん。貴様は軍人だ。軍人なら市民を守れ。一人でも多くの市民を救い、その上で死ね。砲撃体制。行くぞ。
Not really hustling there. Ah, there we go.
I wonder if they're going to do the Season 1 thing where they try and push against it from orbit. The same way that they were trying to push that container full of people, and they were pulling it back into space a little bit.
Let's see what the plan is.
圧縮粒子を完全解放する。
Oh, he's just got a beam block with it.
分かった。敵。
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Innovator's name, can't remember. It was Fring last time, so who's this?
システム。トランザムライザー。
You just fire straight through him.
Yep.
Oh, well, he didn't avenge anything.
操作開始。操作開始します。高エネルギー体接近。何？
And you missed.
外したか。粒子ビームが。
Moving? Yeah, of course it is.
It's still firing.
攻撃ではない。
It's a beam saber. Longest beam saber in history.
Alright. So this is pretty super robot now, isn't it?
It's Gene from Bleach. His mile-long sword.
Oh, they're still gonna fire. Oh. Oh,
Yeah,
but they
it
missed.
angled down a little bit.
What we gotta get?
Still not good.
Oh, yeah, no, this is still coming down.
Oh, thank
Wait,
God
it's
it has this
designed to do this?
auto-eject system that'll just destroy everything around the base.
Auto purge, yeah, so it is. I guess it's to intentionally keep the thing balanced. Keep this sort of thing from happening.
It's releasing itself.
ピラーの外壁が急げ
レーザーがピラーに着弾。ピラーの外装部がオートパージされています。
The smaller pieces might actually,
上の破片は
be able to be destroyed on re-entry. Yeah, the purple girl, that's who I'm thinking. She's the innovator.
Yeah, we know who you met. Just don't know her name. That's
What is-
clearly
yeah.
not Nina. It'd be scary if they
Oh,
had
there-
any idea what was going on. They've got no fucking windows. They're dead.
Oh, those things have windows. They totally do.
No, we just saw the inside. They had no fucking windows.
被害を防ぐことだけを考えるんだ
Oh, clearly burning up on re-entry, huh?
なんだまさか軌道エレベーターが崩壊していく
現空域にいる全機体に有視界通信でデータを転送します。データにある空域に侵入してくるピラーの破片を破壊してください。その下は人工ミッシ
Yeah,
ョ
as I said, this fucking auto purge thing is fucking
ン
idiotic.
このままでは
I like how they're all just in a perfect line of cities.
だからお願いみんなを助けて
Oh god, this is Ace Combat 4 when the
It sure is.
you know, now would be a great time to go in Trans Am mode.
I think they're literally doing that right now.
No, they have the visual cue when they go into Trans Am. Yeah, I guess if you could just disregard everything outside the path and let that shit fall.
Yeah, if it lands there, it's like, okay, that's fine.
Well, what are you assholes doing? Just start firing up.
数が多すぎるしまった
Yeah, do not fire your laser in that direction.
これは戦いじゃないわ命を守るための
I mean, even if you're the bad guys in this situation, it's like, fuck! Start trying to save people.
Well, at least she's got a Gundam.
I'm talking about everybody else that's just standing around.
Yep, that's
Yeah, there we go.
That's a lot of people dying.
Oh, Carathon, I was still hoping for the other guys, Federation people.
クーデター派の機体が
There we go.
Yeah, all the obvious allies right now. Checks out.
No, I think the last people that we saw were the Federation people. Because they have the gray-looking suits.
Mhm.
なんだ
Oh, that's cool.
軍まで。
Yeah. This is the end of season 3 of Reboot. When all the villains and the good guys come together to fight a third threat.
ありがとう。こんな状況で全てが一つにまとまっていく。
皮肉なもんだな。だが悪くない。
It's also not ironic. As a definition of the term.
That
この時を狙っていたのか。
アデさんたちに撤退を。このまま続行よ。いいんですか。指揮官が彼女ならきっと。
the rival will definitely not take advantage of the situation at all.
They're not.
とはいえ、
私は命を見捨てない。
Megabyte would though.
違う生き方をする。
I was gonna say the auto perks thing is still happening. Fuck off.
There's a lot of elevator to go through.
あの機体は
Like I said, just a fucking stupid system. I don't know what auto purge is for,
何？ピラーか
other than to cause this exact scenario.
反乱分子の主犯格か。ついてこい。
了解。
Oh, they're still gonna do it.
協力を感謝する。
やはりスミリノフ大佐。
ピエリスか。なぜモビルスーツに。
来ます。
その声、ハーキュリー大佐。
ハンドレ。
あんたは何をやってんだ。
少尉、大型の
Saving people, you fucking idiot.
くそ、オートパンチできずに。
このままでは。ガンダム。トランダム。
There we go. They were waiting.
Ball lightning is real.
It only perfectly split it in half. No.
ロックオン、アレルヤ。トランダム、トランダム。
See, they were holding back, like I said.
So this definitely has to end with like a message going out to everyone. It's like, look what they're doing. We got to band together, and then this whole army like goes in on ribbons, right?
世界はどうなっちゃうんだ。
I imagine they're gonna backstab one another as soon as it's done.
What do you think Honky's gonna do for you in this situation?
They're trying to evacuate. They're caused a traffic jam.
What? なんということだ。無事だったか、ハーキュリー。
ハリー、こんなことが、こんな取り返しのつかないことが。
See?
Goddamn assassinated.
この惨状はお前たちが引き起こしたものだ。
貴様。
その声。
Well, not really. He's your son, so.
まさか反乱分子に何を
Left hand doesn't know what the right hand's doing.
軍旗を守って母さんを殺す作戦にクーデターに加担するなんて。
Well, I guess there's the reason they were showing us all the backstory today.
スミリノフ大佐。ソレスタルビーイング。ルイス。
Yeah, wait, why is she. Oh, that's right, 'cause she's supposed to be dead. Smirnoff said that she died, and here she is alive.
Yup.
アンドレ。
Oh, thank God I didn't give a shit about Andre to
No.
begin with. So I can't hate him more than I'm feeling antipathy for him.
Oh, I'm just like, no, Smirnoff was like one of my favorites from the beginning.
Yeah. He was your first
Like-
favorite until you met Nina.
Yeah, season and a half of following him along, and now like this.
Do
Oh, God.
remember, people have survived worse. They've been both
That is
stabbed
true.
and the Gundam exploding around them, and they came back.
They did cut away at the last moment here. There's a possibility, there's a chance. Maybe that's not the end of it. He doesn't just like explode or something.
You're saying that they cut away, but they also did hang on the moment. Again, I'm just saying, literally, Graham survived worse. So, he got
But he's
stabbed.
Graham. He has to go on to be crazy.
He got stabbed, and his mobile suit exploded around him, and then mysteriously just fucking showed up again.
Somehow, Graham returned.
So, I mean, 8 more episodes, Smirnoff could show back up.
Oh, I like that.
Well, kind of matches the overlay we have here. Hey, that's literally the overlay right there. Oh god, they got the receipts.
次の作戦もし私に何かあればアンドレイのことお願いします
You
ね
don't have to do that, we're married.
おい分かっている大丈夫だよ
Oh god, just make it more tragic.
I mean, it's a hard pull to make now that we hate him, to try and get sympathy for him. So, I mean, really, fuck that kid.
Oh, he's still there. It's gonna be fine.
アンドレイすまなかった心を閉ざしたお前にどう接すればいいか努力を怠っていた今さらそんなこと
Well, because you fucking killed me.
離れるんだ 堀すまない
And nothing to apologize for, other than raising a shit son.
大佐
スミルノフ大佐
Yeah, I think she's not gonna be happy with this.
Yeah, your real daughter is gonna have to avenge you by killing your actual son.
崩壊から4ヶ月変貌する世界の中で人々は翻弄され流されるしかないのか次回交錯する思い戦いの中で誰かが叫ぶ
A lot of people do. God, we got a lot of shit to carry on forwards with. Did they indicate that we
God.
were gonna have a time skip?
I don't think they mentioned it. I don't think they're doing a time skip. I think they're just saying like, well, the world's changed now. We've lost literally a world wonder that provides electricity to entire continents. The world's a little different now.
It's weird where they built it, by the way. I don't know if we covered
Like
that
Chad
before.
or Ethiopia, I think.
Well, mainly just Africa, because Africa was like full of independent countries. Africa and the Middle East were all independent. They built. I mean, I know why they built it there. They built it around the equator, because that's where you fucking build these things. But
Yeah.
it's the fact that the AEU, which is primarily European countries, built and defended their world wonder in a foreign country of independent nations.
This is where I could go ahead and bring up the old colonialism and neo-colonialism stuff, but yeah, no, they own them. That's all I'm
I
gonna
mean,
say.
they don't. There's a difference there between like what we did in Panama, right? Where the Panamese, what do you call the people from Panama? Panamese? Is that right?
Panamanians? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure they love that one. Why not? Yeah, well, they were trying to like stall the deal, I think, with Roosevelt. And he was like, fuck it, I'm not having any of this shit. And went down there and supported a rebellion against the Panama government to the point where like they just fucking surrendered to and gave it all up to the rebel government. So that then they just sold the land to us. And it's like, yeah, that's not what I get coming off of here. Because even in like the maps and shit we see of the territory, there isn't just like this giant swath of Africa that's shown to be part of the AEU. The entire region is independent.
They have been mentioning it since the very beginning, at least. So the European Union in this world was highly associated with Africa from the beginning, and that's just where they built it.
They're
It's
not
fine.
though. They're not associated with Africa. They just built a world wonder there. It's the point
Maybe
been
they
making.
bought like 5 inches of land and asked, like, so we get all the airspace, right?
That's what I've been indicating. Yeah, we've seen multiple maps, not only in the show,
Anyway.
but we've seen the maps in the manga as well. There is no controlled territory in Africa.
But now there are pieces of a giant space elevator across basically half a continent now.
No,
I'm sure
not
they'll have
really.
no lasting repercussions.
Not really half a continent, just a small line across the middle of Africa to the coast.
That's still like 5 countries. They saved like the very local like couple of like cities that were within literal eyesight of the thing. But there's a lot more out there.
No, they protected the line that the cities were on, and I think that line extended to the coast as well. I'm not saying it wasn't a lot of damage. I think if you're like putting into a percentage, it's very small percentage of Africa that got damaged. Like the entirety of North Africa is fine. The entirety of South Africa is fine. The side on the elevator, apparently the wind wasn't blowing. I don't know why it all fell in one direction. I guess the Earth rotation thing again. But yeah, the side that was on the opposite side of the elevator, completely fine as well. It's a very defined edge.
Yeah. On top of other things, of course, the Smirnov tragedy is as tragic as I think I could make it. Literally, we're almost having like a Ghoul Jeter moment, right?
Couldn't remember Vim's name, could you? Give him an S
A
tier
Ghoul and
rating.
Vim moment.
Couldn't remember his name.
Yeah,
I mean, it was the only thing I was thinking of, but this is a much shittier version of it. Because Ghoul didn't know his dad was in the suit. And this guy's literally shitting on his dad the entire time he's killing him. And then when Vim is like, "Oh, it's you. I'm so glad we finally found you," in his dying moments, the colonel is like, "Oh, I'm sorry we could get the fuck off of me, old man." Pushes him down to his death. This is the shittier version of that scene. I vastly prefer Ghoul and Vim's accidental death montage to "That's my dad, gotta kill him."
Still, we had some of the most build up for that character, some of the most lore. We literally followed their family drama. We had adoptions and stuff. That's like, this is pretty deep into his character arc here. And now we're left with like you said, the adopted daughter is now probably going to kill the real son.
Well, it's going to be a whole tangled web thing. It's probably with the name of the next episode, right? Because you have Marie is going to avenge the colonel, avenge Smirnov, who son is the target of the revenge, but the son, what's his name, Andrea? Andrea has also been making nice with Luis, who is then going to try and defend him because they share the same beliefs, which is then going to draw in Sanji, who's riding the back of Setsuna.
So Setsuna's involved now.
It's just a lot of... This is like the World War II map of personal connections.
No, you're thinking like the World War one, where that one is the personal connection war.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
You
got it right.
Smirnov is the Franz Ferdinand kicking all this off to everyone's. This is my alliance. This is my connection to this connection to this connection.
Yeah, we had 5 seconds of everybody coming together to do a thing, and then the instant it's over, straight up assassinations.
Well, I think this is going to be a bunch of interpersonal conflict that's also going to have against the backdrop of, hey, you guys remember when everybody came together for this one thing?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else is going to be dealing with the fallout of actual Fallout, but the immediate scenario of everybody's enmity is hitting off all at once.
Yep. So I think that's all I got. What about you?
I was literally the last person talking.
Okay. Well, then in that case, let's just go ahead and wrap it up for today. Then we'll come back to more 00 and more family interpersonal drama. So I'm Griffin. That's Theta, and we'll catch you next time. See you around, everybody. Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stone-Faced Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video and what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?